So, what does make Itachi invincible? Itachi has an arsenal at his disposal, but according to Zetsu, it is his Totsuka Blade and Yata Mirror. But still, it is difficult to see how Itachi would cope with the prowess of Obito, who was trained directly by Madara. Other than that, how can you explain the defeat of Shisui Uchiha from the likes of Danzo Shimura? That really was a shame on the part of Uchihas. So in this video, I'm going to give a little more detail about these questions. At the end, I will also try to answer why can't Obito use the Susano. Alright then, here is more context to how and why Itachi's Susano makes him truly an unbeatable shinobi. The Sword of Totsuka is the most coveted weapon in the entire series, and apparently Orochimaru spent a very long time searching for this thing. The Totsuka Blade is basically a variant of Kusanagi. What's unusual is that this sword is not solid, but liquid, and its sheath is a gourd. Only Itachi Uchiha has used this thing. If Orochimaru spent his life searching for this thing, it means the existence of this blade is quite old, which implies Itachi also got it from somewhere, and that somewhere is unknown. The blade can act as a normal sword for cutting through objects, and can also seal any soul that it makes contact with. Itachi was able to completely remove the cursed seal of heaven from Sasuke, sealed Orochimaru, and also removed Nagato's soul from his body when he got reanimated by Kabuto. Those who get sealed by the Totsuka Blade are trapped in a world of drunken dreams for entire eternity. Itachi wielded the sword along with the Yata Mirror to nullify the incoming attack. According to Zetsu, the Totsuka Blade, along with the Yata Mirror, makes Itachi invincible. This was the commentary of Zetsu during the iconic fight between the two Uchiha brothers. We do know how strong Itachi is, but Obito was a beast in himself. Itachi had to ask for his help during the Uchiha massacre. We'll see how Itachi and Obito would fare against each other. But first, let me set the context on how strong Obito is. This is something no one is talking about. Everyone realizes that Obito is strong, but it's time we accept that he is crazy strong. He can be called a genius like Itachi, and if he was not, Madara made sure to make him one. No doubt he was goofy and seemed no match for Kakashi when he was Genin, but once Madara trained him, he became an ultimate beast. By the time Obito attacked the leaf, he was 14 or 15 years old. He had become so strong in just 1 to 2 years that he was able to enter the leaf village without setting off any of the alarms set by Hiruzen, eliminated all the on-guard Anbu Black Ops, and fought his sensei on almost equal terms. Although Minato had the upper hand in this fight, considering he was the finest shinobi in the whole ninja world, a 15-year-old kid shouldn't have had the nerve to stand in front of him. Also, let us not forget that he summoned the nine-tailed fox and controlled it, a feat only legendary shinobis like Madara and Hashirama could accomplish. It shows how strong his visual prowess was. If we compare Naruto when he came back from his journey with Jiraiya to the Obito who attacked the village, Naruto is nowhere near his level. Now, with Obito being a worthy opponent, and being quite good of a strategist himself, this is how I would compare the two. Here's a tough one. Who is stronger, Obito or Itachi? As kids, Obito started as a goofy Genin, while Itachi was recognized as a genius. Obito got crushed when he was 12 and got his Mangekyo Sharingan at the same age. Itachi, on the other hand, became an Anbu at 11, an Anbu chief at 13. The Leaf hadn't seen anything of this sort before. Things get interesting afterward. When Obito attacked the Leaf, he was 14 or 15 years old. But when Itachi massacred his clan, he was only 13 years old. If we were to analyze both at the age of 13, they have done unimaginable feats. But as they grew up, they became even more deadly. If we were to compare the abilities of both characters, Obito had his Kamui on strings. Changing dimensions had become second nature to him. On the other hand, Itachi had gotten incredible Genjutsu and Amaterasu up his sleeves. Itachi also had his special one-of-a-kind Susano with Totsuka Blade and Yata Mirror. So, who actually is more capable? We can't decide, but according to Obito, if Itachi wanted, he would already be dead. The answer is Itachi. I want to stress that these are my personal views. There is nothing canon about it. You are more than welcome to contradict anything. I have also seen people criticize Itachi without much evidence against him, but I believe Itachi truly stands up to his reputation. I get it, Itachi is overrated, but for good reason. The disease-dead Itachi almost killed the great Sasuke, who had just sort of killed Orochimaru and Aidra. Only 2 shinobis have been known to break the reanimation jutsu, namely Madara and Itachi. Itachi was praised by Madara and Hashirama, the goats themselves. When Madara was roasting the 5 Kages and the reanimation jutsu got undone, he acknowledged that the 5 nations still had some capable shinobi. Little did he know it was only one guy who was already dead. Talk about the will of fire Hiruzen kept ranting about. To the best of my knowledge, there is no one who inherited this will better than Itachi. Even in death, my man said, "I'm Itachi Uchiha of the Leaf once again." That hits different. He also got the Totsuka blade from somewhere, something Orochimaru spent his life searching for. Imagine a 12-year-old kid being your Anbu chief, head of your most elite division. If that isn't cool, I don't know what is. Among the Sannin, Orochimaru was the strongest, and Itachi used to torture the poor guy. If only Itachi had lived 10 more years, he would have surpassed every shinobi to have ever lived. He deserves the hype. The beautiful thing about Naruto lore is that it is rich in context, and there is a lot unsaid in the series. So it is inevitable that theories would emerge. Similarly, the pairing of Itachi and Kisame seems normal and just a coincidence. But somewhere online, I came across a theory that explains why they were both paired together. Have a listen. Do you know why Itachi and Kisame were paired together? It's simple. Kisame was supposed to kill Itachi. Let me explain. In Akatsuki, Itachi and Kisame were considered the strongest after Pain. Obito had already told Kisame that he was Madara. Obviously, Obito had paired him with Itachi, and Kisame knew the entire situation. Kisame also suspected and mentioned at various times that Itachi still had strong feelings for his village. Obito knew that although Itachi had asked to join the Akatsuki, he was a spy for the Leaf. He couldn't stop Itachi from being loyal to his village, but he asked Kisame to keep an eye on Itachi if he were to make a move against the organization, and Kisame was the perfect man to kill Itachi. It's because the Mangekyo Sharingan doesn't work on Kisame, as he is a perfect Jinchuriki. A perfect Jinchuriki is a tailed beast that helps its owner, like Killer Bee and Naruto. And Kisame, although wasn't a Jinchuriki of a tailed beast, could diffuse with Samehada. If Itachi were to put Genjutsu on Kisame and block his chakra flow, the Samehada could offer its chakra, thus eliminating the Genjutsu. Kisame is also a chakra absorber, so he can absorb the Amaterasu and Susano. I get it. These things seem a little put off, but again, this is just a theory, not canon. And the theory clearly suggests that Kisame was supposed to kill Itachi. It doesn't mention that he actually could. The other thing is that Kisame was not a Jinchuriki, but behaved the same way as a Jinchuriki does. He could infuse his chakra with Samehada, and could even become a shark-like creature. Anyway, these things are still understandable, but the death of Shisui, or rather his fight with Danzo, is a little difficult to explain. Shisui lost to Danzo, but that's impossible. At the time of his death, he was stronger than Itachi, and he also had his Mangekyo Sharingan with Kotoa Matsukami, a genjutsu of the highest caliber that could let the user enter the mind of the target and show him false experiences. He was also way faster than any shinobi alive at that time. Shisui had gotten permission from Hiruzen to use his Kotomatsukami on Fugaku to avert his mind from the coup d'etat, but Danzo was still suspicious of the Uchiha clan. He summoned Shisui and tried to snatch his Sharingan. Shisui used his Kotoa Matsukami and used it to paralyze Danzo for a while. But, little did he know, Danzo had the Izanagi up his sleeves. He used Izanagi to break the genjutsu and catch Shisui off guard. Next was child play for Danzo. Pounce the opponent as hard as you can, grab his Sharingan, and demand for the other. Let's also not forget that it was Shisui versus Danzo, plus a dozen Anbu. It is also said that Danzo used an Aburami clan member in his foundation. That made the job a lot easier. This final bit is also a speculation, but it is still interesting. You see, even Kakashi was able to wield a Susano at some point, but Obito was never shown using this signature Uchiha Jutsu. So, to understand the cause, let's have a look at how the Uchihas wield the Susano in the first place. What are the conditions to wield a Susano? You need to have awakened Mangekyo Sharingan, and you must possess both of them. Well, not quite. Obito and Kakashi in the entire series, with their one Kamui each, were not able to wield a Susano. But when Kakashi got both Mangekyo Sharingan, he was able to conjure up a perfect Susano. Since Obito never acquired two Mangekyo Sharingans simultaneously, he couldn't use a Susano. But Shisui wielded a Susano with only one eye. However, it was depicted in Ninja Storm 4, so we won't consider that. There are exceptions. During the Fourth Great Ninja War, Madara was blind and confined by Shukaku, but he still conjured up a beautiful Susano. Likewise, when Itachi fought Sasuke, he didn't use Sharingan at all and summoned one of the most unique Susano in the series. Not only Susano, but he also wielded two of the most sought-after legendary weapons. So how is the Susano actually wielded? If you've conjured up a Susano even once and have enough chakra, you don't necessarily need the Mangekyo Sharingan. What about Kakashi? Kakashi did conjure up a Susano once when he obtained another Mangekyo from Obito, but afterward, he lost both Sharingans and didn't have enough chakra to use the Susano again. Before you go, there is an additional thing I think you would find interesting about the Uchihas, their stone tablet. It was there all along, but we never knew what it meant, or how it even got there. 3 questions. Who created the Uchiha Stone Tablet? How can a shinobi read it? And what's actually written on it? Most probably you don't know the answers. It was created by Hagoromo Otsutsuki to discourage the recreation of Rinnegan by his sons. Although Sharingan and Mangekyo Sharingan can understand parts of it, it can only be understood by the Rinnegan. The original script was of course forged by Zetsu to revive Kaguya. When Madara obtained the Rinnegan, only then was he able to make a plan about recreating the infinite Tsukuyomi. The stone tablet fell into the hands of Uchiha. They placed it in the Naka shrine, and it was secretly passed down throughout the generations. According to Madara, Hashirama was the first outsider to look at the Uchiha Stone Tablet. So, what exactly is written on it? It includes the secrets of Mangekyo, the instructions to obtain it, the story of Hagoromo and Kaguya, warnings regarding infinite Tsukuyomi, and then there is also the part forged by Black Zetsu that states that the Uchiha would be saved by the infinite Tsukuyomi. It is a large tablet, but anime shows only a few parts of the script. For the exact script written on it, check out the comment below, and you won't regret checking this entire playlist of interesting theories.